So only 10 days to go until the British heavyweight title fight between Wardley and Clarke. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to On Me Edson. I hope you're well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. So Fabio Wardley against Frazer Clarke for the British heavyweight title and the Commonwealth title as well. It's happening on the 31st of March at the O2 Arena in London, and it's going to be live on Sky Sports, and I believe in the United States it's Peacock as well. So this is one of those fights. Actually, the whole card is just a great night of boxing. And, you know, as I said in the previous video, sometimes you can kind of get sidetracked by, as a casual observer, as a casual boxing fan, by the big title fights or the big heavyweight clashes, especially now in Saudi Arabia. When you bring it a little bit more to a regional level and national level here in this case, they are fantastic fights. Just like last weekend with Heaney against Pauls in the British middleweight title fight, this is another banger here. So Wardley against Frazer Clarke, and I've got to say, I can't pick between them. I really can't. Fabio Wardley has got more professional experience now than Frazer Clarke, but Frazer Clarke has got more amateur experience. Wardley is 17-0 and Frazer Clarke is 8-0. Now, Wardley turned pro in 2017 and Frazer Clarke in 2022, and their stats are pretty comparable actually. Wardley is 29, Frazer Clarke 32. Wardley is 6'5" versus Clarke 6'6". Both orthodox with a 78-inch reach each. Now, I was watching some training footage of Frazer Clarke this morning actually. I've got to say, he looks in top form. They've been building up this fight nicely. He looks big. He looks in really good shape. In fact, he looks bigger than Fabio Wardley, I would say. But does that necessarily mean that he's going to win? Will his long amateur career stand him in good stead against Fabio Wardley, who didn't really have an amateur career? He came up through the white-collar boxing route. Now, I like both these fighters. I don't have a dog in this race at all. My leaning now is towards Frazer Clarke. I was kind of on the fence between the two, and I still am, in all fairness. So if I ever met either of them, all I could say, I'd be cheering on both of them. All I'm hoping for is another great night of boxing, a great night's entertainment, a great fight. That's what we want, something that's really competitive. My gut feeling, I just don't think it's going to be an early knockout. Clarke from Norwich against Wardley from Ipswich. It's a Norfolk versus Suffolk head-to-head. Yeah, so it's very I do find it interesting these days that lots of boxers do don their local football shirts as well, the teams that they support, just to try and attract the football crowd as well. I mean, let's face it, you know, if you like sports, you like boxing, you know, you probably like football as well in some cases. But it does seem to be there's a lot more of that. You know, they're trying to attract a crowd from other sports. Well, fair play to them if that's what they want to do. But so I can't pick between these two. I think it's going to be a cracking fight. Let us know what you think between Wardley and Frazer Clarke. You kind of think, go with your head and you think, well, the more experience has to go with the champion, really. Fabio Wardley, you know, he's got the 17 wins in the pro bouts. You know, he's been looking good. Frazer Clarke hasn't really fought at this level yet, but that's not to say he won't come out on top. So also on the card, we've got Vidal Riley and Mikael Lawal, the cruiserweight fight. I think that's going to be a cracker as well. And the flamboyant Ben Whittaker is coming back to fight as well. As of yet, I don't think his opponent has been announced, but we'll wait and see on that one. Now, bringing up the rear, you got Marku against Congo, Babic against Robinson, and Simpson against Chile. All decent fights for me. Again, it's another impressive card here from Boxer, the promoters as well. So let's say, all I could say is I'm really looking forward to Ben Whittaker fighting. I'm really looking forward to see Vidal Riley against Mikael Lawal as well. Vidal Riley, you know, just recently got the English title. He's trying to step up to the British title as well, and obviously they're on. So we'll see how he does here. But it's going to be a bit of a step up here, I would imagine, against Mikael Lawal as well. But obviously the big fight is Wardley against Clarke. I really can't call the two, but this is a fight I'm really looking forward to. It's homegrown. It feels closer. It feels more relevant to me at times, rather than the big heavyweight clashes or the big world title fights or the big mega money fights that are in far-flung places. Bringing it back home just seems to be a little bit more in touch for me, and this is why I love these cards so much. Last week, the Magnificent 7 card from Queensbury, just a case in point. And again, this card here with Wardley against Clarke, topping off a great card here. So really looking forward to this. As I say, you can watch this live on Sky Sports or on Peacock if you're in the United States. I'm not sure where else in the world you can look at. I suppose you could stream it somewhere. I'm sure somebody be streaming it somewhere. But listen, this is a cracking fight. Well worth the pay-per-view, in my humble opinion. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. You know, do you prefer these kind of national title fights, these regional title fights, these bouts, these kind of cards, you know, in our case of British title fights, or do you prefer them more on the world stage? I much prefer a boxing contest at this level rather than some kind of prize fighting bout, you know, with an MMA fighter against a boxer, that kind of thing, or a current boxer against a retired boxer, you know, like Jake Paul, if you can call him a boxer, of course, against Mike Tyson, or Conor Benn, you know, being touted to go and fight Manny Pacquiao. I mean, for me, those are just poor fights, and the bad fights, they're interesting, yeah, but there's no real relevance for me, because you're not going to get Mike Tyson back in the ring for a career, nor are you going to get Manny Pacquiao back in the ring as a career, are you? So they seem to be ill-advised fights for me, apart from the financial reward, of course, which they're obviously going to get. But I much prefer to see these kinds of fights. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. And I will catch you again on another video coming very soon. But Wardley versus Clarke, who's going to win? Catch you again. Bye now.